Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 2. I am of course a Black Shadow, and on top of this being of course part 13 of this series, this also is doubling up as part 2 of my 1080p 60 frames per second test, folks, with my brand new spiffy software that I got hold of not too long ago. We've already done a little bit of a test video back on Resident Evil Outbreak for the first video. If you've not seen that, do feel free to go check it out. Let me know what you think. Hopefully it's looking pretty sweet. Actually, I should have said that at the in the first video. I never once said or asked people to tell me how it looked. Oh well. But we are here in Metal Gear Solid to actually do an actual proper 1080p game. Because, you know, I probably should. Bear in mind, however, while we're here, and I'll just do a quick run around for some graphics testing. Yeah, the president's dead, by the way. This video is actually not going to feature really any particular story progress. The idea of this video is there is going to be a lot of background plot involved, but there is a absolute ton of codec chat which I have not yet caught up with. There is loads that I haven't got into, so I figured what I would do is, on top of this being a test video, this is basically going to be the info dump video, where we are literally going to be just taking codec calls for the whole damn video. There will not be any story progression made, but there will be plenty of background plots explained, dived into, as well as some good old snarky comments from Snake and some nice little Easter eggs, bits and pieces like that we haven't explored yet, folks. All nice and cool. But yeah, if you're not interested in any of that and you're only interested in story progression, as we're going to be moving into further deep into Shell 2's core to find Emma Emmerich, then feel free to skip the video. I won't judge you. Okay? I take it everyone is here now, is here for the long run. So, sit back, get comfy, and prepare for a shitload of codec calls. So yeah, so of course, yeah, the president has died, bizarrely shot by Ocelot of all people. The president wanted us to kill him so we would stop the nuclear launch, and then Ocelot came and just murdered him. Surely Ocelot knew about the fact if the president died, they couldn't use the nukes, right? He must have known. Anyways, while we ponder on that, though, let us delve into codecs. So I suppose the first thing we should really do is have a chat with our dear old Colonel Campbell.
Right. Locate Emma Emmerich.
Oh, yes. So we need to do that, yeah. Over Arsenal gear. All the Arsenal gear shit and the Patriots. So much damn plot. I didn't actually save the end of the last video. I totally forgot. So I had to redo from the missile strike with the Nikita missile. So hopefully this is going to be the start of the calls that I want to hear.
Colonel,
it is. All right, here we go.
Emma Emmerich.
I've got it right here. Direct from the National Security Agency's personnel files. Apparently, she was involved in some sort of high-level project, but there's no details on that. Her record shows that she resigned from the agency 2 years ago. Emma Emmerich, full name Emma Emmerich Danziger. Members of her family call her EE. After divorcing Hal Emmerich's father, her mother took Emma to England and raised her there. Danziger is her mother's maiden name, but she prefers Emmerich. After returning home to England, her mother married Robinson, a businessman. The following details are from a report filed with the NSA when she joined the agency. Just before graduating from high school, Emma injured Robinson in self-defense during an alleged assault on her person. As a result of this incident, she followed in the footsteps of her stepbrother, Hal Emmerich, and left home to enroll in Oxford. It is believed that at this particular point in her life, she was extremely angered by the fact that her brother failed to protect her. Consequently, she lost all family connections and is very resentful.
Feels a bit
misguided. She seems to believe that her brother is to blame for everything.
Yeah.
While attending Oxford, she was noted for her success in a deciphering event sponsored by British GCHQ.
They may not be blood related, but she sure sounds like Otacon's sister.
There's more. Raiden. Do you recall a certain situation that's more or less become a legend among hackers?
To
refresh your memory, At the time, just about all of our nation's communications and information resources were concentrated at NSA in Fort Meade. In fact, NSA's basement facility operated round the clock to amass data obtained not only from public communications, but everything from satellite to wiretap operations as well. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that whoever controlled the NSA facility could move the world. On January 24th, in the year 2000, the facility suffered a total system shutdown for a 73-hour period.
Did they ever figure out the cause?
It's believed that a small group within the government had arranged the incident with the assistance of a notorious group of crackers.
Let me
The
guess.
result was a full review of NSA's safety measures, which in turn led to the decision to shift the data-gathering operations to an isolated location that would be safe from physical attack, as well as cyber terrorism.
And where might that be?
My security clearance couldn't get me that information, but I did find out that one of the key members of the hacker group was none other than Emma Emmerich. Although she started off as a specialist in artificial intelligence and complex logic, Emma is now regarded as a computer genius.
That would make her a prime candidate for recruitment in the intelligence community, wouldn't it? And knowing most of the intelligence agencies, I doubt fair play was a major concern in their recruiting efforts.
Your assumption's correct. The government played on her
Dirty
weakness. Her strong hate for Hal Emmerich, the brother who left her when she was 6 years old.
She hates him that much?
When she was 6 years old, Emma and her father were involved in a pool accident. She survived, but her father drowned.
What did the police have to say about that?
The report states it was an accidental death.
Isn't that about the time that Otacon left his home and family?
Exactly. But I don't have any idea why he chose to do so.
Does Emma blame Otacon for her father's death?
I don't think so. Her hate seems to stem from the fact that she believes Otacon abandoned her. You see, although the two weren't directly related, they were said to be very close. It's rumored that sibling rivalry was what launched her career as a hacker. 4 years ago, the government leaked her the details of the Shadow Moses incident. In doing so, they were able to recruit her for the NSA. I also have little doubt that they also used the NSA hacking affair as a means to convince her to cooperate.
You think that her hate drove her to frame Snake and Otacon?
That, I don't know.
Well, assuming we do meet this Emma Emmerich, it's going to get pretty awkward pretty quickly, isn't it? Because there is no way that Otacon is going to be able to just not get involved in that. That is going to be really, really awkward. But also fun. Also very, very fun.
Colonel, did you hear the truth about the Shadow Moses incident?
Yeah.
I was told
Snake
this.
wasn't a terrorist.
You look thrilled.
Huh? Well, yeah.
So you just believe everything that he told you then?
What did you say?
Huh?
Don't trust him. He isn't in the
What,
simulation.
the president?
Simulation again. What exactly are you talking about?
Don't put your trust in him. Just carry out your duties to the best of your abilities. Do you understand, Raiden?
That seems weird. I mean, last video, we're taking the president's advice and, like, having to deal with arsenal gear. I mean, we've got this damn disc from him. And suddenly he's saying, don't trust everything he says? Really, Colonel? You change on a dime.
Raiden, locate...
Oh, yeah, I've come out of the log there, so...
Colonel, why did Ocelot murder the president?
They disagreed, probably.
Exactly the same
What?
as the Shadow Moses incident.
Huh?
Don't be foolish.
Are you sure about that? Aim's death, appearance of the ninja, the president's death, and now the virus.
You're reading too much into things.
That's right, Jack. You're tired.
Raiden, don't waste your time thinking unnecessary thoughts. Invest all your energy instead in carrying out your duties.
You know, having not really ever explored the audio of this game and all the lines that much previously when I've played this game, I've never actually heard that line. I must admit, it's actually kind of nice to actually hear Raiden kind of connecting some dots there. I mean, there have been, of course, a huge amount of similarities. Ames died of a heart attack, which, of course, is very similar to how Donald Anderson seemed to... Well, we thought Donald Anderson died, but didn't actually turn out that way. We've got, obviously, stuff like the missile, the president being shot, Ocelot being in both of them. There is a remarkable amount of similarities that are starting to form here. Archon's in both, of course. Yeah. Nice to see him piecing some dots together there. Good on you, Raiden. You earn a point. People probably still hate you, though.
Colonel, did you find anything about the Patriots?
No, not yet.
I can't find data on them anywhere.
But the president is...
Jack, there is no data.
Colonel, you know something, don't you?
No, I don't know anything. I need a little more time.
No data, eh? Well, I mean, I can kind of get why they wouldn't have access to anything at all. I mean, Johnson himself did say very few people know of their existence, so... Bit of a long shot.
The Shell 2 core is where the actual filtration system resides. Or at least it used to. Now it's just a shadow of its former self.
Hey!
Water mixed with crude
Choose your
oil
words
was
wisely there,
filtered
Rose.
using antagonist bacteria in the microbial decomposition of hydrocarbons. Below the first floor basement is a gigantic vat for this purpose. What happened was that this vat broke and flooded the floor. The first floor, which is not flooded, houses the air purification facility that eliminates the stench from the polluted water.
Right.
Manhattan is right in our backyard here, you know. There's plenty of reason to be cautious.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Take them 2 damn years to sort this shit out, right? How's it not done yet?
You're currently using artificial blood primed with nanomachines.
I think we've heard this before.
What did you do with my own blood?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've heard this one before. Yeah, I'm sure we heard this like at the very start of the game. If not, sorry. I think that means we've actually heard everything that we need to do with the Colonel.
The punch is the basis of hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, okay then. Alright then, what we are going to do, however, is we are going to have a chat with Snake and Co. Because, oh my gosh, so much to talk about. So much.
Emma's probably...
Yeah, by the way, that line, you're going to hear that all bloody video. You'll see.
So Iroquois Pliskin was an alias?
Yep.
Of course.
And the rank of Lieutenant Junior grade?
Made it up.
That's just great. Anyway, I get the Pliskin part, but what about Iroquois?
Iroquois is a Frankified version of the Algonquin word for rattlesnakes. It's what they called their enemies.
Algonquin?
The Algonquin Nation, one of the many groups of Native Americans who used to call Manhattan Island their home.
Ah.
The majority of tribes in what's now the state of New York were a part of the Algonquin Nation.
So this was a stronghold of snakes.
By the way, Manhattan means Island of Hills in Algonquin.
Ah, there you go. You press someone down the pub with that.
The rumors about Big Shell being a big cover-up are all true.
Otacon?
They
I
are.
had Snake check everything out. Sure, there's some facilities to clean up the pollution, but they're not running at full capacity. Don't you think it's funny that even though 2 years have gone by since the incident, they haven't managed to clean up all the crude oil? Of course, the media doesn't report that kind of thing. I think they're having fresh shipments of crude oil brought in to replace the stuff they'd cleaned up. The story you were told about toxic chemicals being released if the plant were blown up also seems pretty fishy. I don't think it's actually true.
Really?
Information is being suppressed on a huge scale. These guys seem to think that the new Metal Gear is worth all the effort and money they're spending on it.
So I've been lied to
Why would
all
the Colonel?
along.
He's
No,
what?
I think even your CO didn't know what was going on.
Oh right.
That's probably what he's been telling you.
Of
I
course.
didn't mean by the Colonel.
Wait.
I meant by you.
What?
Huh? We never lied to you. We just didn't tell you anything. That's all. You know, you're a pretty interesting guy. You're just like Snake said.
What did he say?
That you're a weak, simple-minded, stubborn fool.
A weak, simple-minded...
Ah, don't worry. He didn't mean anything bad by it.
Nothing bad. What could possibly be worse than that? That lying, useless, backstabbing, mincing son of a...
Raiden, I'm his friend. I know him better than anyone else. I know he's not that kind of guy.
Yeah, so what?
And, by the way, there's one more thing you should probably know about Snake.
What?
He's right here.
Oh.
Next to you?
Yep,
Did he hear...
every word.
I'm just gonna get back to the mission now.
Oh god, these games are so great. They're so great.
As the President mentioned, Metal Gear Ray was created as an anti-Metal Gear weapon. In the Shadow Moses incident, Ocelot returned with a disc containing data of the exercises that were held for Metal Gear Rex and the new nuclear warhead. What's more, he sold that data not only to the nuclear powers, but to other countries as well. Those nations that obtained the data have commenced their own Metal Gear research. Where does it go from here? What happens when the world is flooded with variations of Metal Gear? We'll probably be looking at an era similar to that of the nuclear arms race. That was one of the reasons we organized philanthropy. I understand that Fortune's father, Marine Commandant Scott Dolph, had the same misgivings.
Oh, really?
That's why he proceeded with the development of the
Of
anti-Metal
course,
Gear
yeah, Ray
weapon,
was designed as an
Metal Gear Ray.
Yeah,
In
of course.
fact, Ray alone can drastically redefine tactics when you consider its seafaring capacity to approach, strike, and break off from targets. I also believe that Ray was a solution for renewing interest in the Marines, whose role as a rapid response force has dwindled over the last few years.
Yeah, technology, you know. Automation! Not always good for us.
I did a quick inspection. Arsenal Gear's security system is similar to the antibiotic function of a living creature's immune system. Surveillance of the inner system is handled by periodic scans, using a number of agents with the capacity for detecting data that doesn't belong in the system. Once the agents detect any invading data, the information is passed on to an antibody production system. From there, a program referred to as an antibody agent is autonomously produced to neutralize or eliminate the invading data. Added to that, there's a solid barrier existing between GW's optic neural net, its physical and logical base, and the other general nets. Referred to as the bit-brain barrier, this wall is a filtering system for preventing the infiltration of foreign data. This security system makes it very difficult to attack the system from the outside. I'm afraid nothing can be done without sufficient preparation.
Well, it's a good thing that President had that disc. He said it because... Let's have a look at it, actually. What the hell is it? Yeah. Optical disc contains computer virus to destroy the control function of GW/Arsenal Gear. He said it was based on Foxdie, didn't he? I seem to remember that. Yeah, every time you come out of this and go back in,
Emma's probably being kept.
anyone you talk to will say this line straight away, and then you talk to them again, it will resume any talking cycle they've got going, which is nice.
Shoot a fire extinguisher. And
Or
the contents
we'll find out that
spew
we've just got nothing
it's
left
probably
to,
a good way to distract the
talk to.
enemy. If you ever find yourself under pursuit, give it a try. Necessity is the mother of invention.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So, we are nowhere near done with our info dump, folks. Not by a long shot, because not only have we got that, we've got access to talking with Snake properly. Look at all this equipment we can talk about! Yes! You can do it for both ways as well. For most stuff in both equipment slots, you can talk about stuff. So, like I said, get comfy. Every time, unfortunately, I do this, though, I have to skip that, so, yeah. I'm not going to edit it out because I'm going to be doing it so damn much, it's going to screw with the music, so you'll just have to live with it. Sorry. You chose to watch
That
this.
pistol you have is a SOCOM. It's a .45 caliber offensive handgun designed for the American Special Ops Command. With 12 rounds of .45 ACPs, it has outstanding stopping power. The SOCOM has a minimum service life, averaging over 6,000 rounds, and has a 5-round group capacity that extends within a 1.4-inch radius. It's a bit large, but the SOCOM is a gun you can trust. It also comes equipped with a laser aiming module. You've got a suppressor, too. The suppressor uses multiple partitions to reduce gas discharge and keep sound and muzzle fire to a minimum. By keeping the internal baffles moist, sound can be reduced by approximately 38 decibels. That suppressor can be screwed and secured to 10 different positions.
What?
This function allows you to adjust the gun's impact point.
Oh.
But that doesn't really matter.
Oh,
That's
right.
because the suppressor's already been adjusted. You should be able to get the same results you got when you didn't have a suppressor attached. This'll reduce your chances of discovery, as long as you don't leave too many bodies around. Your ammo is also limited, so don't go shooting everything in sight.
Oh, come on, Snake. Just give me a damn bandana and we'll be fine.
You've got rations. Rations are military food provisions capable of life recovery. Select a ration in the menu display and press the confirmation button for life recovery. If you equip yourself with rations, you can automatically recover life the moment it hits 0. Field rations are not just emergency food. For a soldier, it's a vital factor in maintaining combat efficiency. Rations are the result of concentrated research and development efforts on the part of the U.S. military's cooking laboratory.
Cooking
Together with
laboratory?
calories, meticulous attention is focused on balanced nutrition. Freeze-dried, the rations are easy to carry and keep well. It ain't home cooking, but it'll satisfy your nutritional needs. What's on your mind?
Well, just between you and me,
Sure. What is it?
I prefer rations over Rose's home cooking.
Oh
bad,
dear! Oh man, that's ouch. That is I think best described as a sick burn. Ouch. Remind me not to go over there for tea.
Emma's probably...
Oh yeah, shut up, Snake.
That's a tranquilizer gun with a sound suppressor. Hit an enemy with that, and it's good night. Sleep tight. The time in which the tranquilizer takes effect depends on where you hit your target. If you want to knock somebody out with a single shot, aim carefully for vital spots like the head or heart. That's an American military M9 modified for tranquilizer bullets. When the tranquilizer bullets hit a target, the round uses the force of the impact to mix the drug, also producing a gas in the process.
Gas?
The pressure of the gas drives a built-in piston that injects the target with a powerful anesthetic. It's like firing a small hypodermic syringe. This M9 is a tranquilizer gun that knocks out the enemy. It doesn't kill them.
Yeah. So obviously with some stuff you're going to get actual gameplay advice of stuff to do, and a lot of it would just give you just information that you certainly don't need, but in a way... Sorry, just sorting up, sorry, mic there. In a way, it's kind of actually cool to be able to show this off, you know, because you don't really get these opportunities in, I don't know, I've not really gone looking, but outside of like videos that are specifically dedicated to just showing codec calls and that, you don't really get this very much in Let's Play series. It's you know, it's nice to have the option to just sit and, you know, just listen to the shitloads of information this game has on things. It's just unreal.
You have the pentazamine equipped, huh? To steady your hands when aiming with a sniper rifle, select pentazamine in the menu display and press the confirmation button. Pentazamine is a benzodiazepine antidepressant used in the treatment of disorders such as depression and autonomic imbalance. In addition to its calming effect, it also relaxes muscular tension and combats convulsions. The result is a steady set of hands. One more thing, pentazamine does not cause seasickness.
Seasickness? What are you talking about?
I mean, sometimes faith can overcome medical science.
What?
Never mind.
I think he's referring to the tank. I think you can like bug on about it. He says it'll make you feel better, and of course it does absolutely nothing. Oh dear. Alright then. I believe we've actually already chatted about the AK, so there's no point us going on and questioning Snake about that because we've already done it early in the LP. Ooh, cigarettes. I'm going to be quick here because that does hurt my health quite badly.
Emma's probably...
Snake, stop telling me that. That's next video, not this one.
Looks like you've got an M4. The M4 is an assault carbine favored by the US SOCOM. It's a descendant of the M1 carbine used in World War II. The 4 refers to the fact that it's the 4th carbine to be officially adopted by the American military.
Oh.
Basically, it was developed for the Special Forces using the M16A as a base. The M4 carries 30 rounds of 5.56mm by 45 SS-109s. By the way, carbines are short-barreled rifles originally developed for cavalry use, but as far as you're concerned, you won't need to remember that.
No, I actually knew that. That is, yeah, pretty cool. It just shows how the development of history has gone. So cool, though.
I see you've still got those cigarettes I gave you.
I quit a long time ago.
Maybe now's the time to start again. Just joking, kid. Those things will stunt your growth and ruin your health. But in the battlefield, you'll find there's other uses for those cigarettes besides smoking. I'm sure you'll figure out how to use them when the time comes.
You know, I actually ought to look up the bits and pieces you can do with that sort of thing with cigarettes, because I know they do have some other uses. I believe they can still be used to show up like laser fields and stuff. But even other equipment can do that. I need to see what else they can actually do. I'll get to that one day. Anyways, go for a sniper rifle, and I don't think we're gonna get information on any of these. The phone, I don't think so. Why do I keep doing that? Just press A, Shadow.
Emma's probably being kept in...
Snake, stop taunting me. Don't do it.
The PSG-1 is an anti-terrorist automated sniper rifle.
Anti-terrorist?
It features roller-locked action, which allows a full, free-floating barrel. The end result is an automatic rifle with precision equal to that of a bolt-action sniper rifle. The rifle has a 5-round group capacity of 50mm at a range of approximately 270 meters. In my opinion, the PSG-1 is one of the finest sniper rifles in the world. Although you've probably fired a few rounds in VR training, there are a few differences in handling the rifle you should be aware of.
Oh.
First, that the PSG-1 is equipped with a special magnification adjustable scope. For precision shooting, it allows you to zoom in on your target, and for wide-range viewing, all you have to do is zoom out. Another difference is that you aren't limited to firing from the prone position. In short, you can fire from a crouching or standing position. However, the less stable your position, the tougher it is to hold your aim steady. For accuracy, the best thing to do is crawl up to your target and fire from a prone position.
I think what the game's referring to there is the differences between the first game and the second. Because with the sniper rifle in the first game, the game auto kind of zooms in the camera, I believe, on the scope. In the first one, I kind of can't remember. And also, yeah, it will force you to a prone position to use it as well.
If you shoot those pipes along the ceiling or the floor, jets of steam will escape. Use it to distract or burn the enemy. Remember, always use the surroundings to your advantage.
It's true. Man has a point. Tranquilizer then. I don't think there's anything for dog tags. Might be for the BDU. Shadow, stop doing that!
Emma's probably being...
Oh, for goodness sakes.
The PSG-1T that you have there is a PSG-1 with a modified barrel for firing tranquilizer rounds. It handles like a PSG-1. The only difference is that it spares lives. It's up to you whether you want to use it or not.
Has its uses though, sometimes.
To throw something, such as a grenade or a magazine, press the weapon button to cock your arm and release the weapon button to throw the object. Remember, the distance thrown varies depending on how long you press the weapon button. Make sure you target the throw at the most effective spot.
Almost impossible. I wonder how long it took David to actually, like, record this, and go through all these lines. I mean, David Hayter is an amazing guy, but, like, jeez. Cardboard boxes! Yeah! Go for that one. Nice. I'm pretty sure there's something for the cardboard box. I mean, come on, it's Snake. And I've done it again! Why?
The hand grenade is an anti-personnel weapon that is manually delivered to a target. Put simply, you throw it. The blast itself and the resulting shrapnel takes out enemy targets. The grenade is charged with Composite B, an explosive composed of 40% TNT and 60% RDX. You press the weapon button to pull the pin and release the button to throw the grenade. Throwing distance varies with how long you press the weapon button. After pulling the pin, you have about 5 seconds before the grenade explodes. Those 5 seconds combined with the throwing distance gives you a certain amount of tactical flexibility.
True. I love that. Put simply, you throw it. Dun dun dun! Oh man. I still can't quite work out if Snake is actually truly on his side, or he just hates Raiden so much, just thinks he's a complete moron. I can't work it out. Seems close.
The cardboard box that you have is ideal for fooling your enemies. It's a very important tool for infiltration missions.
Really?
Of course. I can't begin to count the number of agents whose lives were saved by a cardboard box.
Huh?
You mean everyone's using them?
Look, I'm not exaggerating when I say the success of your mission hinges on how you use that cardboard box.
Are you exaggerating a bit?
But in the end, a cardboard box is only made of paper. Handle it with care or it won't be of much use to you. Treat your cardboard box with care. Take care of the box and it'll take care of you. Don't think of it as just another box. Treat it with love. Don't be rough, okay?
Don't be rough. Okay, I think Snake has been inside one too many cardboard boxes. He was talking about that rather affectionately, don't you think? Oh my goodness. I've done it again. Why do I do that? Okay. I need to go back through some old videos and find every time I go to this... Do I select down and then click the name of whoever I've got, even though they're already up there? Have I been doing this all Let's Play series? I have to look back at this.
Emma's probably...
Shut up, Snake.
You're holding a chaff grenade, an electronic warfare weapon designed to disrupt electronic equipment and jam transmissions. Detonated with a small charge, the grenade releases chaff and a miniature active jammer. The grenade should render electronic equipment useless for a brief period of time. It's important to note that radar and other equipment which you might have on hand will also be affected. So be careful with the thing if you're using electronic devices.
I forget what exact electronic devices do get affected. We have got a few on us. Obviously, like stuff like the like infrared goggles, perhaps, like the mine detector, anything like that. Yeah, they're not going to be much use to you.
I see the old man set you up with a
This
sensor
is going
A
back a
unit.
bit. This is
Aside
Stillman.
from C4,
Yeah, should have done
explosives
this ages
continually
ago.
release their own specific particles. Based on ion mobility spectrometry technology, Sensor A is capable of detecting particle clusters. Simply put, the detector can sniff out C4. The detected C4 appears on radar as a cloud-like shape. The cloud indicates the rough location of the explosive. This sensor looks like it's been specially tuned. It's been specially modified to sniff out the signature odor of C4, combined with Fat Man's special perfume that he uses to identify his work. That's why it won't respond to any of the C4 that we've set up.
Right.
We got a lot of use out of this thing. We probably won't need it anymore.
No, we won't be needing that anymore. I'm going to go straight to Sensor B because it's like the same sort of topic. Then we'll change to a different weapon. I've done it.
Emma's...
I have got to seriously stop doing that. It feels so force a habit.
You're using Sensor B. It's designed to pick out the odorless C4 set up by Fat Man. Unlike Sensor A, which detects explosive particles, this unit detects the explosive inside an object sealed by neutron emission. The sensor should be able to detect C4, despite the fact that it's been securely sealed to prevent odor, or more specifically, the diffusion of explosive particles. When neutrons pass through an object, the hydrogen material it contains interacts to produce a rear diffusion. By measuring this rear diffusion with the detector, the resulting value is analyzed to determine the existence of an explosive. Simply equipping yourself with this unit and the sensor will automatically scan the area around you and will sound a warning if there's an explosive nearby. Always remember that the shorter the intervals between the warning sound, the closer the location of the bomb. This sensor is adjusted to respond only to the C4 used by Fat Man. The composition of our C4 and that of Fat Man seems to be slightly different. I think it may be the wax materials that he uses in his explosives. The old man probably concentrated the bulk of his time on making this modification. However, since we've taken care of all the C4, and given the fact that Fat Man is no longer with us, I don't think we'll need this sensor anymore.
No. I love that the game kind of like has little provisions, like how it only works, it's only designed specifically for Fat Man's C4, so you can't use it for like mines or anything like that, I guess. Sad times. Alright then, let's carry on. Oh my... I give up. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Emma's probably being...
I'm just gonna keep doing that every time. Oh man.
A stun grenade, huh? It's a non-lethal weapon designed to daze enemies with a blinding flash of light and an ear-splitting bang. When it goes off, it emits a flash equivalent to 2.5 million candelas and an explosive sound of over 160 decibels.
Sounds like a lot.
In simpler terms, that's over 120 times the brightness of a police flashlight and the sound of a jet during takeoff. At the same time, it releases about 2,700 degrees Celsius of heat. But that's only at the millisecond level, so don't expect it to ignite anything. The sound emission is also at the millisecond level, so there's no permanent damage to the victim's hearing. Used properly, your enemies will lose consciousness. It's not a lethal weapon.
It's had its uses, you know, like getting us out of some jams. Stun grenades are pretty cool as well, because like there's, you know, you don't have to be particularly accurate with it. As long as it's sort of nearby the assailant, it will knock them out. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice. Shit, I've got to do the mine detector. Never mind. We've got plenty of stuff to go through still. Don't worry about that. Well, actually, I must admit, we're getting through this video quicker than I thought we would, which is good.
You've got an RGB-6, a Croatian-manufactured 40mm 6-round grenade launcher. It's a weapon that was unavailable in VR.
As in, they didn't design
it. The RGB-6 has a spring-driven revolver-type cylinder for handling 6 grenades. It delivers grenades with greater accuracy than throwing the things, and it's effective for taking out enemies with body armor, not to mention those hiding behind objects. Since a launched grenade travels on a parabolic trajectory, hitting a target depends on your angle of fire.
Yep. So they can be quite useful for like arcing shots, but yeah, it's no rocket, folks. It will succumb to gravity. Still good weapon, though.
That mine detector that you're equipped with displays the location of Claymore mines that aren't visible to the naked eye. It's not your run-of-the-mill mine detector. It's the latest model to use the technology developed in a private Mu chem lab. It isn't a metal detector. It's based more on the various systems used in chemical detectors. In short, it doesn't respond to a mine's metallic casing. It actually detects the elements used in explosives. Basically, it's similar to the sensor that the old man gave you. The one that responds to the smell of C4. That's why you can accurately detect the location of mines, despite the fact that you're in a metal-based structure.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, actually, that's actually a pretty good point. How do we know to detect these mines with the detector when we're inside of a metal structure? As you know, that's actually that's a pretty fair point. I'll give you that, Snake. Alright then. Keter. AP sensor. I still don't really get much to see how this is of any use, but whatever. I just accept it now. I've just realised I'm doing this all the time. I'm trying to stop myself from doing it. It's not working at all. Ugh.
You've got yourself a remote-controlled missile. Referred to as Nikita, it's a wireless guided projectile. It's a surveillance missile based on micro-air vehicle technology. You control it by watching the image transmitted from the CCD camera mounted on the missile. Although it's primarily designed for scouting missions, it carries a small explosive charge that allows a long-distance attack. You can also trigger the charge by removing it from equipped status following the missile's launch. You won't be able to move while controlling the missile. Also, you'll have to be careful that you don't run out of fuel while it's in flight. Unlike VR training, you won't have a bird's-eye view to help you control the missile.
I love how the game constantly refers to Metal Gear Solid 1's gameplay engine as VR training. I do like that. It's a nice touch.
You're using your anti-personnel sensor. It vibrates whenever an enemy is approaching your position. The sensor responds to the electromagnetic field and heartbeat of life forms. The closer an enemy, the bigger the vibration. It's a useful device, but remember that if you're equipped with the sensor, you won't be able to feel any other vibrations around you. It's like life. You gain something only to lose something else. It's up to you to decide where and when you want to use it.
Okay. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. I don't think it's really that much use though. I mean, I've never found much use for the AP sensor myself. I just never quite got the hang of how it works, I guess. And also, it's not much use. If it vibrates my controller, then, well, it doesn't really help you guys at all, does it? Ah, well, we're going to go for some night vision goggles. Ooh, all the excitement of the green. All of the green. It is great.
The Stinger is a portable surface-to-air missile launcher. Once you lock onto a target and fire, the missile will automatically pursue the target using its infrared seeker. However, the Stinger you have hasn't been updated to deal with countermeasures. The missile's seeker might be thrown off course by flares. Don't forget that.
Yeah, folks, do remember this. Referencing to, like, obviously fighting the Harrier and possibly stuff in the future as well. Though my memory is actually a bit hazy.
Those night vision goggles will let you see in the dark. The goggles are equipped with an image intensifier that amplifies even the lowest levels of light to produce clear images. Night vision devices were introduced in the 1940s. Since then, they've undergone several modifications to improve both sensitivity and resolution. Incidentally, the set you're using is a 4th generation model.
Okay, I'll believe you. Yeah. I must admit as well, I don't actually ever really remember where we're going to make much use out of the night vision goggles. I legit can't think of it. I really can't. So we get the directional mic and thermal goggles, I suppose. Woo, jeez.
Emma's probably...
Oh, for goodness sakes.
The directional microphone is a very sensitive piece of equipment that picks up the slightest sound. It's a high-precision mic that's been designed to pick up sounds in front of it. In short, it will pick up sounds in the direction you point it. The microphone comes equipped with a miniature amplifier that will pick up a heartbeat if it's pointed properly at a living target.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Those thermal goggles provide night vision by creating images from heat distribution. The goggles have a resolution of over 400,000 pixels, and their equivalent noise thermal differential is under 0.05 degrees Celsius. This performance is largely attributed to the use of a 2-dimensional solid projection system with outstanding electric charge transfer capability. With these goggles, you can probably see Claymore mines that are rendered invisible with stealth camouflage. If you look around the necks of enemy soldiers, you can probably make out their dog tags.
Oh yeah, of course, you can go dog tag collecting with all the soldiers. Forgot that's a way you can see who has and hasn't got them. But yeah, you can actually use thermal goggles to see claymores. Which, of course, is a thing that I am continuously reminded of back in Metal Gear Solid 1. Because I never did it. This should be an interesting Do we actually get to talk about Snake with this? I legit don't know. Curious. This should be good.
Emma's probably being...
If this is a conversation, this is gonna be awesome.
Right, what have you got there?
Uh-oh.
Nothing.
Ah, come on. Don't play dumb. That kind of thinking might even be helpful on the battlefield.
Yeah, but...
Look, aside from its educational value, you can probably use it to distract an enemy.
It's educational value? I don't know about that.
That pair of binoculars is a high-end military model with autofocus and zoom features. The binoculars will be particularly useful when used outside the big shell. If you can spot an enemy in the distance at an early stage, it'll give you plenty of time to do something. Scouting out the location of your enemy is vital to the success of an infiltration mission.
I mean, the problem is, this is true, but I don't ever really think of many situations where the goggles can really be of much use to you in this game. I mean, that could just be me. And the problem is as well, is that if you're going to use the goggles and you're going to use the scope here, you're most likely just going to go ahead and just use like a sniper rifle scope, because the odds are you're going to be searching for something to kill. It's usually how this works. What do we want? Claymores. Still doing it. I give up. I tell you what, next time we come into this menu, I'm gonna make sure I don't do it, alright? Trust me, I won't go down into the menu.
That's a claymore mine. The claymore is a directional mine that can be set up on the ground. It's mainly used for ambush or defense. It can also be used against light vehicles and other soft-skinned targets. This mine goes off when it detects someone approaching from the front. The explosion fans out shrapnel and metal balls to create a fan-shaped destructive zone. An important thing to remember is that the sensor is not selective.
Nope.
The mine will attack friend or foe. What I'm trying to say is, don't trigger your own trap. You can recover a set claymore by crawling up to it carefully. That means you can collect enemy claymores for your own use if necessary.
Yeah, don't activate your own trap, folks, by managing to put down a claymore in Metal Gear Solid VR missions and it just instantly blows up in your face for seemingly no damn reason. Because the game hates you.
Planning to take some pictures? Well, you've got the right camera for the task. With autofocus and zoom features, this camera guarantees clear pictures. It won't wear with use, so take all the shots you want.
Thank you. I actually didn't know you were going to give me something on the camera there. Nice. Very nice. And we know about all the rest. So, wow, we're actually on our last one, folks. Coolant spray. Alright. This has actually not gone too bad. I'm not going into the menu. Ah, look at this. Evolution. Oh, man. I'm going to look back to some old videos and find I've been doing this the whole time. I'm going to freak out.
Put your thermal goggles on and look at the enemy's neck area. You should be able to see if he has dog tags on.
Oh, is there nothing for the coolant spray? Maybe we've already done it. That's also possible.
Raiden, look at the enemy you knocked out. See the stars revolving over his head?
Stars?
When the stars disappear, the enemy will regain consciousness. Keep an eye on the spot above their heads.
So game-breaking. Alright then, but if that is the case, then I am going to assume that that is pretty much everything then. I imagine that is all the information that's been outstanding basically to this point, which I've not actually managed to get around to chatting about and speaking with. Do I care about those Nikita missiles? Not enough. Not enough. So I suppose the only thing we are going to go ahead and do is we're going to not grab those M4 bullets. Oh, by the way, last video I had some comments about going, like, trying to distract the president. The idea being that you can, like, knock on the wall to kind of lure him away. While the guy, I actually tried this off screen. While he's actually asleep, it simply doesn't do anything. There is no way of waking him up. I tried, like, firing a gun out here. It didn't do anything either. So clearly you have to send an Akita missile in there in order to wake him up. Maybe then you can, like, lure him away. Perhaps then you go to here and, like, knock on it and you, like, lure him away to the wall or something. But while he's asleep, can't do anything at all. So I just figured I'd make mention of that. We are going to go and save the game, because I need to do that. And then we're going to bring this info
Jack,
session to
is
an
that
end.
you?
Yes, it is me. I know. What's tomorrow? What's the next day? What's next for this drama? Yeah, you can see how excited I am about this.
Jack,
What is it?
I've always been alone.
What the?
I'm so lonely.
Lonely. Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you
What?
mean?
You've never slept beside me.
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
What the?
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Why, Jack? Why?
Listen, Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission, and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look, the mission,
Why don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share your dreams, to spend a meaningful evening with you. I just wanted to find you by my side when I woke up. Is that asking too much?
It's the night. I'm scared of the night. It's got nothing to do
Scared
with
of the
you.
night?
Scared of the night? What's that supposed to mean?
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was that there are certain things that I have to keep to myself.
Do you remember that time I forced my way into your room? We'd known each other for almost a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me.
Yikes.
I was so worried about you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It wasn't your violent nature that scared me. It was your room, your heart.
Stop it.
There wasn't anything in your room. Only a bed and a small desk. It looked like a prison cell.
Rose?
No television set. No family pictures. Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like your empty heart.
That's why I tried to keep you out.
I thought I was beginning to understand you. Until I saw that room.
Would you have been happier if I had a picture of you hanging on the wall?
That's not what I was trying to say.
Enough, Rose. We'll talk about this later. After the mission.
Right. After the mission. I understand.
Yikes. I must admit, there was part of me that was tempted to actually, like, basically try continually saving the game and getting all this drama stuff with Jack and Rose out of the way, but I figured I wouldn't. We'll leave it. I'll intersperse it every now and again into the game, because the game allows you to intersperse this drama into its crazy narrative whenever you want, and just make absolutely no sense. So I'm going to be taking full advantage of that. Anyways, we're done here, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this educational video. We got to learn all sorts of stuff and all sorts of things that are going on. Next time we're going to be actually heading down into the depths of the Shell 2 core. We're going to look to get hold of ourselves some goodies. We need to obviously find Emma Emmerich and see what exactly is going on in regards to Arsenal here. Can I actually shoot these things? Oh. I can. Well. Whatever. Whatever. Can I actually go down there? Is there even anything down? I legit don't know. Night vision goggles. Save me. Nah. Nothing much. There's actually a grating over there. Perhaps I could actually use that on a difficulty. Where the hell does this go? Now I'm just curious. As I mess up my controls here, where the hell does this go? Whoops. Is this like a different routing? Ah, you can actually take a different route. That's it on the left there. So what happens if I just keep going here? Now I'm just super curious. Going in circles, going... Uh-oh. Yeah, it's just interesting to see what you can find sometimes, folks. You just never cease to amaze me. How does you go down here? Ah, yeah. See, there's all these different routes. So I guess, like, if you play it on super easy, the game just lets you straight shot it, whereas this way you actually have to do something. What the hell was that? Oh, it's these damn things. Yeah, these Maui statues, like Easter eggs hidden across the game. Yeah, I forgot about those. Ah, well, not too important. Anyways, we are finishing the video now, so thank you much for watching. Hope this and the video before all looks pretty spiffy, and if it does, we will be continuing this series in the full HD. If not, I'll have to do some more tweaking. But fingers crossed, everything looks amazing. So thanks for watching, and next time, gameplay! Woo!